listening to Vilified, Season 1, Episode 12, The Black Sheep. Picture this. Kids have a security blanket, right? It's warm and comforting, like a good meal, and lazy for the rest of the day. You expect that blanket all the time when you're stressed and when you're happy. Do you do that? Do you overeat? Do you literally have a security blanket? Say you celebrate your goal with a sweet and indulgent morsel. Does that sound like you? Come on, admit it. I won't tell anybody because I've done all of these things. I have experienced more. Listen to my words as if I were you. This is how I wish these podcast episodes would be, because we are all connected. Well, welcome back. To the new listeners from all over the world, I appreciate you being here with me. And those who have returned, I wish you all the welcome. To those caregivers who love someone who is mentally ill, I want to give you the inside information and what it's like to live with this disorder. I must warn you though, I am liable to say the harsh truths. This includes curse words and talks of suicide, murder, and those things that keep people up at night. This is not for the easily offended and those who have triggers. Mentioned or not mentioned. This is your final warning. You ready? Here we go. My name is Janae, and this is my story. I'm just gonna say it. Me and my so-called family are not close. They don't reach out to me. I'll be damned if I reached out to them. Why? I have no idea that they're on my side. But for me, it feels like I'm kissing their ass for attention. It's like that with me and my sister too. I used to hang out with her. But the whole time I felt like I was the only one doing the reaching out. So I got fed up and I said the hell with it. You might think, Jesus, that would never happen to me. My family's so close. You think that, huh? It only takes one argument, one misbelief, or some other calamity for people to go on with no contact wagon. But let me not speak that over you. You do you. I'm just saying, you might think everything is cool when it may not be. Nothing in life is promised, be they friend, lover, or family. Those that know me know what my first name is, and my uncle named his child with a name that was so similar to mine, it's flippin' ridiculous. It's mind-boggling. It's like when my dad passed away and all these Clarks showed up, and I was like, who are you people? Where did you come from? I mean, literally out of the woodwork. And I was so pissed off. It was crammed in that funeral home, whatever you call it. But there were so many people packed in there, and they were all weeping and acting like. My issue with these people is, who the fuck are you? Where have you been all my life? And it takes my father's death to bring out these people. Is what I'm saying. If you get it, you get it. And if you don't, well, you don't. Are we truly the black sheep of the family? I mean, we are antisocial. We are quiet. Does that make us the black sheep? I know in my family, my immediate family, I'm the black sheep. So I get that. I told my daughter, if those people show up to my funeral, I want her to turn them back around. And if she doesn't, I'm going to haunt her and scare her at the most however you say it, inappropriate times. But the thing is, you can appreciate me in life, but you want to mourn my death? No, that's not acceptable. Now I admit, my family wasn't always like this. When I was younger, my grandma was still alive, and she kept the family abreast, my family, anyways. She would have family reunions, and she would always welcome us, my immediate family, to the family reunions and the festivities. I miss her so much. She got me. She really got me. You don't know what it's like to have everybody misunderstand you, and this one person gets you when you're young and figuring things out. Like I said in my previous episode, I used to be a professional liar when I was like 10 or whatever. And I wanted nice things, but I never got them. My mom would always buy me secondhand things. It was always somebody else's something. My grandma was like, she never got so mad that she didn't comfort me afterwards. She never treated me like I was secondhand, like my mother. But this child is stooping so low just to get some attention. Like, any attention is good enough. Kind of like my kid. My son is very rambunctious, and he throws the worst tantrums when he can't get what he wants. And I never hold that against him. He's just being him. I mean, how many 6-year-olds do you know that act like perfect angel children? And people always want me to spank him or discipline him harshly. And I'm like, no. Why? Why would I do that? To appease you? Because it's not appeasing me? I'm not taking my frustrations out on my 6-year-old. Fuck that. The thing is, with my son, I tend to ignore him. I do that on purpose because he's seeking attention when he does his tantrums. I let him go crazy. My house hasn't fared well, but he's learning that it's better to get good attention rather than bad attention. I mean, he's learning it slowly. I grew up thinking I was the family's black sheep. I was watched more closely. And as an adult with schizophrenia and bipolar, I asked myself, what did I do? What will I do? What I will not do is kiss somebody's ass. Not anymore. I ignore people just now. I do my own thing. And then the person's like, where's Janae? What happened to her? Why is she talking to me? I let people come to me rather than me going to them. Because the phone works both ways. I'm just saying. Plus, I'm petty. I'm petty a little bit. There's a term for people like me, and it's called the black sheep syndrome. Great, another illness. But no, it talks about the peril of feeling like you don't belong and that you are outside or alien to just about everyone. This is a real thing. Have you ever felt that way? Did you ever belong to a clique in high school? Were you ever called weird? Well, I am. Sorry, my friends. Because fuck those people that you never have to see ever again in your life. Seriously. Unless you're on Facebook, then they pop up randomly. Half the people that are my friends on Facebook, I don't remember them at all. I don't know where I met them. I don't think they even remember where they met me. It just says I went in Towers. And everybody's like, oh, she went in Towers? Yeah, let's be friends. No. Unless you're on Facebook, then you have a choice. Swallow your pride and be the bigger person, or say fuck you. My answer is complicated. That's the sweet deal of my disorder. You can be angry. You're loud. And I highly recommend getting that shit out of your system. Because I always say anger turned inwards is depression. Do you want to belong as well as being unique? And all without kissing someone's ass? Well, that, my friend, is hard to do. I used to hold grudges for things like that happened 20 years ago. And I thought to myself, why are you doing this, Janae? Those people don't even know what they did, at least let alone something from 20 years ago. You have to let that shit go. And you'll be a happier person if you do. My thing that I always like to do is write that person a note and then never send it, put it in your pocket, or burn it. Better yet, if you burn it, you'll feel better. Trust me. My friend G told me that she's the black sheep of her family, and she was 5 when she figured this out. I was like, 5? She was like, yep, I was 5. And when she got married, hardly anyone showed up because she got married around the time of Corona. I know that when what she was going through, my mom left me with my grandma for 3 years, and she claims she doesn't remember that. Like that never happened. And the only people who know that happened, one is dead, and the other one is me. Like, my other family doesn't want to get involved. I mean, they saw me. I did not make it up, but I digress. In a previous episode, I discussed that when I was like 12, my mom's boyfriend admitted to her that he hated me. Me, a preteen. What the hell do I do with that? Now, I don't want to say that I hope he gets herpes in the mouth or anything. I am saying that. Hear me. I won't speak that into the world. No, I won't do that. I'm not now. Yet. Well, if you made it this far, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. I can be reached at JanaeTheWriter@yahoo.com. I want to extend my warmest welcome to the non-American listeners. When I see that you've tuned in from all over the world, it just makes me so happy and so giddy inside. Especially those in Belgium. Thank you, my friends, because you guys listen every episode on both my podcasts. So I have another podcast that's called How Not to Write, a show for the novice writer, and always see Belgium on the map. So thank you guys, whoever you are, and to all the people in America, of course, thank you for listening as well. Please join me next time when I talk about mental illness and memory. As always, stand tall, my dears.